Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
We go from Denver. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on second down. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. They go to Elliott again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Sanders' kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it. Because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the number 1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have a Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late.
That's interference.
That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
11 MT.
Second down, and they go back to Haskins. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
11 MT.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Right back to him on first down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
11 Thomas.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They'll try to run this one in. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
11 mighty.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Hunter Henry from a yard out. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Haskins with a run to begin the drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Check down, complete to Haskins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
11, Thomas.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
And that is caught by Marshall for a jet touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and they're able to add on to their advantage. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Sly on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that's Elliott, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Murray to air it out again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Open man is Myers. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. That one complete to Elliott. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, a little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Murray now on first down. This one downfield to Burks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Murray now to throw. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Murray. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Sanders' kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. So the Broncos coming out now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 36, Burrow. And right side, Henry's got it. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Now Burrow. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I don't care what sport you're playing.
On 1, ready?
Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Murray. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where you see the final score there. Jameis Winston, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Christian Kirk, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter of play. First down. Here's Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
On 1, ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Setting up the screen for Haskins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Burrow will throw. Finding Pickens for another catch.
Here we go.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
11 common. 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 1, ready? 11 MT. 11 MT. Pace.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And Marshall's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, it's Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. DJ got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Burrow on play action. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd down, Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Throwing now is Murray. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go. Here we go. 12, 11, 11, 11.
This drive starts with a Haskins carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gun. Stop. 12.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
On 1, ready?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
11 MT. 11 MT. Take.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And caught by Henry. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football,
and that is caught by Marshall for a Jet touchdown. Terrace Marshall, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. From the 36, Murray over the, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
11. Ready?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Stop.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 72 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 mighty.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
12.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Haskins up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
11.
Here's Burrow. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be taking it for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
12.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
42.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 5 now. Murray over the middle, complete. It's Myers. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop it.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Murray. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Straight ahead, here's Haskins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
11 MT, 11 MT, 12, 12, 12.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Denver, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.